Yo man, it's Sheep Blaster. So I'm gonna talk to you about rude/negative people and how to deal with them. So, in my experience, I've dealt with a lot of these kind of negative Nancy's in my lifetime. Not just in my own personal life, like with friends and that, like, you know, in my social circles, but also just in general with the general public. Working at a restaurant, working at multiple different restaurants where you got like these arsehole tourists who think they're like Andrew Tate, smoking cigars that are like probably like 20 quid each, and then like, you know, thinking, oh yeah, get me the most expensive bottle of wine you have, and then, yeah, anyways. I've done a lot of like arseholes, faggots. I probably shouldn't say that word, but I can because I'm gay, so whatever. But yeah, I've dealt with a lot of negative people in my life, and so I have dealt with them in different ways throughout the phases of my life. So for the first phase, let's say I was in a social circle, you know, I had my social group who also branched out into other social groups. So it was more like people I knew from school, other schools, you know, that kind of thing. People that you would follow on Instagram, right? People that you know, or you know people who know them, that kind of thing, right? When I had encounters with people that were negative, I would respond with negativity because I thought, hey, if they've got a problem with me, then I've got a problem with them. And so I would always like kind of beef with other people. I'd always be like, hey man, what, you got a problem? Not like a road man, okay, not with that accent, but you know what I mean? Like I had beef with people, and I've learned since then, like obviously that's not the route to go down. So lesson number 1, don't beef with people. Don't ever respond with negativity, okay? Now the second thing, in my maturity now, or yeah, some maturity, I hope there's some maturity in my life now, working at so many different restaurants, I've found that the best way to deal with negative people, like people who are rude, or, you know, they just don't have very nice mannerisms, they're not really respectful towards you, the best thing you can do, but it's also the hardest thing to do, is to respond with love, kindness, and respect. And most people don't want to hear that because they think, oh, but if they're giving me negativity, I should give them back negativity. No, okay. And there's 2 reasons why I want to say that this is the best approach. 1, it shows that you have done all you can to kind of make a better situation out of whatever it is. You know, maybe they're just having a bad day, so they don't feel like giving off the normal kindness. Maybe they're not actually an asshole like in real life, you know? Maybe they're just having like some small negative interaction with you, okay? So if you respond with kindness and your like best self, then not only are you being the bigger person, but you also have nothing on your side to feel like you've done a bad job on anything, okay? If someone dislikes you, it might not be because of you, it might be a fault of them. They might, like, for example, with my own YouTube channel, right? I used to be really scared of posting videos because I was really scared of like, my old social circle, like making fun of me or judging me or being like, oh, she thinks he's a sheep blaster. What the fuck is a sheep? Right. You know, I used to be like really scared of negativity and hate, but all I think now is just like, it doesn't matter because I'm just doing what I can to be positive and kind towards them now, like as much as I can, and I'm like, that's the best thing you could do, okay? Is just go towards it with kindness. And I've forgotten what the second point was, and I feel like it was very similar to probably one of the things that I've already just said. See, I'm such a shit YouTuber. I need to like write these things down. It's getting dark as well. Hey. God, it's cold, man. You know it's snowing, right? That's why I've got all this white stuff on my head. It's not because I'm like covered in dandruff or something. I don't have hair to get dandruff, bro. Like so yeah, always respond with kindness, and it's hard to do, honestly. I find it quite hard to do sometimes as well. Like, it's so much easier to, like, for example, when I'm working, it's so much easier to like start talking shit about a customer who's being rude to me with another coworker. And sometimes they'll be like, oh, I don't like that person, they're really rude, or they always do this thing that's like really annoying. But I'm trying to like, when that happens, when my coworker comes to me with negativity about someone else, I always try to say, like in general, I try to switch the subject, or I try to like say something else about them that is positive. Like I say like, oh, but you know, like they're just people, or maybe they're just having a bad day, or I'll just completely, you know, change the topic to something completely different. Okay. My coworker will literally be like, I don't like the people on table 5, they were really rude to me and they looked at me weirdly, and I'll just be like, there's some drinks that I need you to run. Yeah, you know, like honestly, that's the best way. And maybe this isn't very insightful for most people, but this is just my opinion, and it's possible that it will change, but I don't think that we should fight fire with fire these days, because the best thing that we can do as people is to be the people that we see on the internet, that we say, like, you know, when you like see someone doing really something nice and wholesome, like they, you know, they raised $1 million for a dog charity or something, and you see in the comments someone will say like, we need more people like this in the world. We need to learn to become the people like that in the world. We need to become the kind and generous and soft-hearted people, okay? And I'm not saying like, okay, go out there and give everyone like all your money and be so like, you know, don't even have any boundaries. Like, this is like kind of the job, is to find the relationship between your boundaries and giving people kindness, because otherwise you just kind of like lose yourself a bit. So that takes a little bit of, I guess, life experience and reflection and stuff to kind of deal with. So that's just what's on my mind. I'll talk to you later.